Hello and welcome to the weekly Wednesday lunchtime live stream. I am DDO Community Manager Cordovan. Thank you very much for joining us. Don't forget to join us in chat every noon on Wednesday on twitch.tv/DDO stream. If you want to join us in the chat room, we'd love to get your questions, comments, concerns. We can't promise an answer for everything, but we can promise that we will sure try. This week we are on Thelanis. We're going to be on a heroic level characters. I think maybe our top is level 11 right now. And we're going to be doing Temple of Elemental Evil. I am on level 6. I think maybe we'll do hard. What do you guys think? Hard? Oh yeah, don't worry, I can get a guest pass, no problem. So anyway, just a quick note as before we get started here, we are working to get an update to Lamania of update 26. Looks like it'll probably be tomorrow on that one, so we'll kind of know more in the coming hours here, but it looks like it'll be tomorrow that we're going to do an update for Lamania, and we'll probably do a character wipe as part of that as well. Let's see, also, we have got some Epic XP bonus plus 25% starting on Thursday, along with a 5% VIP bonus that runs through the weekend. I'm thinking we should not do Elite. I'm thinking hard. Anyone got an opinion on that? Yeah? You want to try Elite? Yeah, see, we've got some level 6s and 7s. We can't do Elite. Yeah, sorry, we were originally thinking maybe we might be able to do today on Lamania, but as sometimes happens, we got the build ready to go, and then we were like, oh, well, okay. That's not working yet. So we're going to take a new build, which means it's not going to be up today. It's going to be up tomorrow, most likely. Should be pretty good. Let's see, what else we got going on? I don't know, what do you guys want to talk about? We did, you can find our Warlock preview from last week over on our YouTube page. We ended up running into a few issues with it, unfortunately, on Twitch. For some reason, the video just didn't turn out right, so it didn't archive correctly. But we were able to get a full version of the archive onto YouTube, so if you want to watch it, you can just watch it on YouTube. Of course, it happened on our preview, but yeah, well, that happens. Out of my control. The other thing is we did do an update on the Friday at 4. We took a look at the Soul Eater tree, and so you can look at it there. So. Has anyone tested out DDO with Windows 10 yet? So, you know, there's a process to say we officially support things, and that process is ongoing. Anecdotally, I can tell you that both players who have checked it out and our own findings have been that, yeah, it seems to be working just fine. So, but there's a lot more that needs to be looked at before we could say that for sure. But in general, that's what players have been reporting who play DDO and have been in on the Windows 10 thing. So they were just like, yeah, it just works. So cool. Anyway, Javur asked, so long as the character copy works. Yeah, that's actually part of the mix here as to why it's going to be tomorrow instead of today. So, but we did want to give people a chance to do that. Oh, yeah, shoot. Sorry I didn't. I'm a bad DM person. We're going to have to reset. Because I have to call out. Uh, hey, if anyone's still in the temple, recall out quick, could you? Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, I know. It's just, you know, it's kind of a good go-to, frankly, I found for the live stream. So, plus it's our newest thing, so might as well. Plus, I'm level 6. I want to get some loot. This is the new one. There are heroic items I do not have. I would like, and we'll have to see what happens. But yes, I have done it on the live stream before. But then, like I say, it's a nice kind of hour-long quest that we can run that seems to fit well for the live stream. That it's pretty easy to get access to. You know, one can roll up a quick vet status character, what have you. So, it just kind of is it makes sense as a selection. But I would have been open for anything in this level range. It's all fine with me. So. Yes, we are going for the club first. Look, an unbeliever! I'll look at chat just a second here. As soon as I don't die. Yeah, there we go. Alright, let's see. Hey, Moosey, thanks for being here. Hey, Gemini, thanks for being here. Titan asks, in regard to Lamania, I have copies that are still processing. Will that go into your Lamania downtime? Yes, it will. That is how part of the process that we're going to need to do.
Should we go retrieve the other two?
Yes. Sorry about that. So basically, the way it's going to have to work is when we bring Lamania down, there's sort of a multi-part process involved in...
Watch out, trap.
Yep. Is there a reason we're going this way?
Yo.
So, the trick to it all is that you cannot be currently using the character copy tool while we are resetting the character copy tool. So, the advice that I have is when we take Lamania down, please do not be like, oh, while we're waiting, I'm just going to start copying all my characters. Don't do that. And if you do not do that, then with this next Lamania prop, you should indeed be able to transfer all of your characters and they will all be happy. But you have to do it after we reset the tool, which will happen when Lamania is down. So that's the ins and outs of the character copy tool. And yes, it does unfortunately mean that there will be a character wipe. You know, there are some folks who don't maybe prefer to not have us do that. But ultimately we need to sort of weigh what do people want, how many people want it, how many people don't want it, to make a decision, because there are people that want both, and you can't give everyone both, unfortunately. So in this particular instance, we opted to let to prioritize a character wipe, and the reason for that is because people want to bring over their live characters to have a more one-to-one comparison, and then the other thing is, since the next Lamania prop has some pretty big changes to Warlock and everything, you know, it's got a lot of polish and stuff. There's some value in kind of just starting fresh, so that's really sort of the decision making on that one there. Yeah, I'm still a Windows 7 user. Fire the Dragon Leader asked, does DDO have DirectX 12 support? No, we do not. We do not support DX12. Why does character copy break so much? Well, it's a bunch of factors, but in general, in this case, it broke because there was sort of a process error when doing that first character wipe. But we've since corrected it. Frankly, at the time, we were not sure when and where we could do it. We thought we might be okay if we just sort of waited till we were ready to open, but unfortunately we had a big rush on character copy at the time we were resetting it, and it caused problems. So that's what's up with that. Will we see the new Lotro character copy tool? I don't know. I don't know what our plans might be for the future of a character copy. Whether we're just going to sort of stick with what we have, whether something new might be coming. I don't know. Time will tell. Over under on my deaths today? Oh, I'll probably die a couple of times. I mean, you know, to be honest, I could maybe go through the process of disabling the character copy tool and that sort of thing. But ultimately then what that does is it just lengthens the process by which it takes to get a new build onto Lamania. So to some extent you have to ask yourself how much it's worth. Let's see. What about Temple of Elemental Evil's downloadable music clip? I haven't really had the opportunity to dig into our audio archives to see sort of what the various availability of that is. But it is on my list of things to do. Just not yet.
The strong winds circulating in this chamber suggest that this is, or was, air temple.
Are the drop rates on Temple of Elemental Evil items going up for this update? Yes. And in several ways.
We're doing an air temple doors over here in the west.
Yeah, I was not going to, but that's fine.
Okay.
I sort of have my own weird pattern of doing it, but I don't really care. We could do the air temple. For me, I like to go to the fire temple, then across to the water, then the air temple, then come back and hit this guy down here, and then perhaps even T-door back or whatever works.
Ah, okay.
Or no, actually just kind of head off to the west then. But that's fine.
Only reason I leave fire temple to last is 'cause that's where the shrine is.
This area
Shrines.
once housed those faithful to the air temple. Now,
Anyway, I was getting as to where the named item drop will increase. The named item drops will be increasing in Temple of Elemental Evil in several ways. The mythic drop rate is going to increase overall, and we are going to be increasing the drop rate of non-mythic items in basically the random encounters here. So if you want to do some increased item farming and maximize your chances, particularly after update 26 here, head into places like this and go off the beaten path and take care of some of those encounters, and that'll be your best chance. And yes, the drop rate is going up. Yeah, I mean, again, this is purely anecdotally, but most of the, I know a couple people who have been using Windows 10 and are gamers and have really not been reporting much in the way of difficulty, so that's nice. But I'm really not a techie, so. Titan asks, I heard Turbine is going to move DDo's servers to a new data center with Lotro before this December, right, Cordo? Yes. That is absolutely the plan, so.
the air temple key sits behind a barrier on the altar. A note next to it reads, "To be used with Kelno's express permission only. No, the wind certainly rains, but faster.
And the current plan is later this summer. We'll have more information in terms of more exact timing of that as we get a little closer to it. But we're currently targeting later this summer, and we'll have more information on that as, like I say, as we get closer to actually happening. Aylin Y asks, is any effort being made to finish changing the old Bound to Armor cosmetics to the new Bound to Account Glamored cosmetics? Unfortunately, no. We have not been able to prioritize that. Fortunately, it carries with it a moderately high development cost, and we've just sort of spent that in other areas. I'm sorry. It's true. Alright. But it is something we're aware of that some folks would like. I just don't know that it's something we're going to be able to get to in the near future here.
This chamber is much warmer.
Asimargu says DDO does support the LCD screens on some of those Logitech keyboards. That's right. It's been a long time since I've seen anyone really use them. I don't know anyone that uses those kind of LCD keyboard things, but if that's you, yeah, it's supposed to work pretty good. I'm sitting on 874,000 plat. I'll give them their money.
But my bloodlust!
The Jibo asks, any guesses on how long the game will be down during the data center move? No clue. I'm gonna say longer than a couple of hours, probably. That's about the best I'd say. Oh yeah, about 15 minutes. I have no idea. Yep. Anyone gonna watch the E3 conference? Oh yeah. That's like my Super Bowl. It really is. Every year I love watching the E3 press conferences. It's one of the most exciting things I watch every year. Yeah. What can I say? Video game nerd. Proudly.
As you fill the pool, the barrier disappears.
Am I aware, Hipporan asks, of the Temple of Elemental Evil scale mail on PDK characters not having any leggings? I would need to check into that. Sounds like we may have an art concern there. I don't know, I'll have to look into that. It's not personally, but that doesn't mean we don't have a bug on it.
The room begins to shake, and a shimmering wall.
Oh no, my scroll of bark skin. I don't know if I have a ranged weapon yet. Pathetic am I. Let's see, what do I got? Oh, I got a bow. Oh, and I got some arrows. Panthers runs again. Titan asks, does Turbine have a huge flat screen TV where they can watch everything on? We do have like some large. In our conference rooms and that, we have various technology that allows us to do our work. We do also have, in most of the sort of meeting rooms, there are monitors and that, presentation panels and such. So yeah, I guess. I don't know how huge is huge, but bigger than my TV at home. Barbificer asks, any plans for a third PRE for Druid, Favored Soul, and Artificer? It is absolutely something we would love to do. I think it is something we have got on our radar to do, but in terms of the exact timing, which update, that sort of thing, yeah, just not ready to say yet. Oops. How about if I go the right direction? But yes, I do. You know, to answer your question though, yeah, I do. I think so. Um, in terms of those third PREs, it's absolutely something we would like to do. So odds are pretty good we're going to do it. It's just a matter of the when. Someone says, any plans to update Favored Soul to make them, quote, more relevant? I don't find them irrelevant. I happen to be playing one right now. But, I think it's possible that Favored Soul will get some work at some point here in the future. Again, I couldn't tell you when. You know, it has to be prioritized along with some other things. But, I think there might be some interest. So I guess just to reiterate sort of our near-term plans here, you know, we have Update 26 coming out this month, and that's going to be the Warlock. We'll see a much more polished Warlock on Lamania for our next prop. Update after that is going to be our continuation of the events of the Devil Battlefield, focusing on the Archons, War of the Archons. And yeah, later this year we got some other plans too. We're going to be doing, you know, level 30 and sort of Green Steel and Epic Veil of Twilight, or Epic Shroud, and new Epic Adventures set in that area. Also a heroic level. And some more stuff that we're just not really ready to talk about yet. Potentially Caneth Crafting, maybe, maybe not, maybe. Carpentry has a request, which is interesting. No. Oh! That was quick.
You gotta pull him out of that side first.
Yeah.
There we go.
Anyway, Carbon G asks, I have a request. If I use a spell component that I purchased, and then I find a spell component in a quest, shouldn't they stack, essentially? The answer is yeah, they probably should, but they currently do not. And the reason for that is they're going to be treated as separate items, because one sort of is the DDO store version, and the other is the sort of in-quest version. And that's why they don't stack, because they're technically being considered separate items, sort of in DDO, even though they're the same item. You know, it's an interesting request. I'm sure it would be something that if it was easy to do, perhaps we'd do it, but I don't know.
Attempting to invoke a complex spell never completes the gesture. This fight is already over.
Got some tech talk, SSD talk.
Valrant's chambers are
I recently put an SSD on my home computer, which is pretty old. I've had it for
if Valrant
quite a few years now. But I did just put an SSD in there. I love it. I put DDO on here, and of course, really, really does speed things up. Right now, it's basically just my video game hard drive. So. No thanks in the morning, star. Hipper asks, are there any plans to add more music into the DDO website, like Temple of Elemental Evil and such? I don't know that we have any immediate plans to do so. But as I come across that stuff in our archives, if I can find some good versions that are ready to go into
innermost precincts,
sort of that state, you know, or if I can make them easily into an MP3 or something, then I'll put them up. But so far I've pretty much found all the stuff floating around that I can find. But some of it, you know, is, I don't know, archived more deeply or what have you. But yes, whenever I can find it, I put it up there. Aww. Epic Tempest Spine? Yeah, that's been on a sort of, oh, that would be awesome list for quite some time. It would be. Yeah, actually, I'm probably gonna do 3 Nalan this character because I want to get the make the augment. Uh, so I would like to. I just haven't done it yet. But if you're on Thelanis, probably sometime in the next, I thought maybe wait till I hit level 7, right, 7 or 8 for all the 3 nulls, and then I would just blow through them on Elite with a group if I can get a group. I think that'd be fun. Stormcleave would be another good one. We should totally do Stormcleave as well. On the stream here, I mean. Because I don't think we've done Stormcleave, which is kind of funny. But yeah, that would be a good one to do. Alright, let's see. Be aware of the risks, huh? Oh yeah, SSDs just sort of go kaput all of a sudden. Yeah, I've heard that too. But I don't live in fear. Back up. Any news or hints on new Forgotten Realms content? It is on our short-term plan of content releases. So we'll have more to say on that later. Next up's Shavroth, and then we'll see. Ooh, I got a bastard sort of feeling. Yeah, there we go. Level 4, huh? Alright. It's not terrible. Man, I am so gonna get wiped as soon as we get to Zucktoy. Does Holy Sword even stack with things like Rogue Sniper? I don't know about that. I'm sure someone on the forums or Wiki would probably know more. I can't. I'm sure that is. Oh man. No, I think I got a cold. Deal with that. There we go. Oh, Brother Oddball is another streamer like Gemini. Well, let's welcome, welcome Brother Oddball. Welcome to the DDO community. Please feel free to get in touch with me, PM me, or send me a message on Twitch here, whatever. Let me know sort of what your schedule is if you have one. Be happy to get the word out. You guys talking about that gun to a knife fight build? The 16 or 14 Paladin 6 Rogue? Yeah. Yeah, DDO's long had Rogue Pally splashes. Kind of goes back all the way to the Batman build. All the way back when. Yes, you know, I guess I was it DDO Players News that mentioned it on Monday? They were like, Rogue Pallies, huh? It seems unusual, but yet, you know, to us veteran DDOers, not usual at all. But I suppose I don't know how many Rogue Pallies you see in, you know, pen and paper. And again, why not? Where are we going? Ah. Guess I need a little jump. I think I maybe have one. Or not. Yeah. What are we doing up here? What are we doing up here? Nothing? I don't even know. I don't know where I'm going. What are we doing?
I'm gonna head down south to where one of the spots where the gym can occasionally show up.
Yeah, I'm thinking about, I mean, I typically like to go pure class at the start of a new class, but I think I might derivate from that and actually do a 2 arty, 18 whatever, warlock. Because I really like the idea of kind of a laser cannon guy. Think about Warforged. Warforged Arty Warlock. Could be a lot of fun. As soon as I can, I'll try to get another couple of questions in. What is the soloing experience like as a warlock? Pretty good. Now the one thing about warlocks though is they're not they don't necessarily have a lot of self-healing unless you specifically build for it. You know, doing whatever option you choose to do to give yourself that. So in that regard, you know, that does have an impact. But otherwise, there are things you could do, of course, to take care of that. And then I've, just as like, say, DPS and range and all that. Good. You can certainly do a few splashes to take care of traps or whatever you wanted to do. All right. Well, if you've read of the forums, unfortunately we're going to be making some changes to Enlightened Spirit regarding self-healing, and you can read about that on the forums. It goes into detail about that. But we also have the proposal about what we're going to be doing in its place. And I can read that too. Any word if green steel weapons will be sentient? Stay tuned. It's going to be sort of epic green steel, but we'll have more as we get closer to that. A Redneck Monkey asks, has there been any word of the introduction of a new race, like the Tiefling or Shifter? I apologize if I'm asking things that have been asked numerous times. Yeah, we frequently do hear about, hey, are we going to get... no plans on the Tiefling nor the Shifter at this point. We have, I believe, discussed some of the reasoning on the Tiefling before, having to do with, you know, some of the animation costs and things like that. But never say never on anything. Gnome. Yes, we have occasionally heard people want gnome. Lycanthropes? Yeah, we've actually heard about lycanthropes too. That would be pretty cool. There's so many of these options, I'd be like, oh, that'd be awesome. Can't do everything. But, yeah, lycanthropes. That'd be cool. Weird gnomes. That would be hilarious. Once every, on the light of the full moon, their nose grows really big. They start shrinking. Take an interest in gardening. Azamir? Yeah, Azamir would be cool. But, pretty soon we're going to be able to say we have the Warlock. So that's cool. No. Alright, well, we gotta find the thing, huh?
Wait, found it. Yeah.
all the elements
Titanus, so in the release
You got
notes
the
for
chamber?
update 26, we have changed the altar of defense offense earth buffs to no longer stick around when you exit the temple. This is true. Yes. Why is this change happening? Because it was never intended that an in-quest specific buff that you would get from an altar here would persist
I'll be
outside
there
of
in
the
a
quest.
sec, heading that way.
So that's that. I like the idea of Murgnomes, by the way. I think it's a brilliant, brilliant plan. Alright, let's see. Just one web. Let's have to do it the hard way. Oh, man. Ouch. You know, maybe I should hang on a res there.
portal room in the center of the dais flares into life. Way to Zerg's chambers.
See, how many deaths has that been? That's been 3. Yeah. Would all future Cordovan NP or PCs be were-gnomes if they were introduced? I would hesitate to say all, but it might be safe to say many. Yeah.
Almost every surface of this vast hall is covered
Man, I am so dead in this section.
This bronze door has had its magic wards removed, just like the others we found ancient.
How about the half-dragon monk? That'd be pretty rad, too. Yeah. Where's Eilai? Yes.
In the past, I've actually been the one that said, hey, you should really have a meeting. Yeah. And then you drop it, so.
Someone doesn't like the look of our office, huh? Well, what can I say? We're gamers. We like how it looks. Actually, put on some natural light for you. All right, I think we're totally gonna win.
Ruby.
so I assume everyone knows that, you know, when Zlugtmoy is getting ready to sort of do the big casting and all that, find one of the sheltering mushrooms. Thanks, Oscar.
We're missing someone.
Yeah, I mean, basically the thing is try not to die. We probably are going to die. When you see the waves come out, find a sheltering mushroom and that'll protect you from the attack, otherwise you're probably toast. Beat down the sort of toxic mushrooms when they appear as soon as you can. Use a ranged item most likely, but whatever works for you.
If you have more dots than you can take, hit a healing mushroom.
Yep. Titan asks about meeting Will Wheaton. I did not get to meet him for this session. It was just not something that worked out. Hipperun says, I'm guessing the negative levels currently seen on Lamania related to Eldritch Blast will be fixed. Yes, that is not working as intended. It's proccing 100% of the time, which, while awesome, is certainly a little on the problematic side, so... Can I do it? There we go. Boom. There we go. I rarely win this.
Sorry, I didn't have any scrolls.
It's fine. And that's gonna do it. So we'll probably wrap things up here in just a little bit. But thanks for joining me today, and I'll get you guys a Turbine Point code in the mail later on this afternoon, most likely. Let's see, any last questions here?
Nice build, by the way.
Cool. Alright, well, I will talk to you guys later. It was real fun. Thanks. And thank you very much for joining us on the weekly Wednesday lunchtime live stream. Just note, you can expect a new prop to Lamania probably tomorrow. Stay tuned on the DDO forums for that. You can find our entire schedule of DDO stream on twitch.tv/DDO stream. I know we've got some stuff going on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and today. Also, if we do get Lamania up tomorrow, I may well do a little bit of streaming from Lamania as well. So you can stay tuned for that. If you get, if you are following us, you will be notified for when we are going live. Oh, and by the way, congratulations on, at one point we were 1337 followers yesterday, so very elite indeed. Thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you again soon.